Hello there, viewers. This is Diaboro Disaster, coming at you with a Digimon TCG deck profile. I am a big Diaboromon fan, but as far as the deck, or as far as the card game is concerned, there is actually one deck archetype that I have the most passion about, and I'm gonna hear you groan, but it is Security Control. And I've been playing it since 1.5. It was such a garbage mess back then, but now it's definitely a more defined archetype. People are winning a lot with it, and I just want to give you my take on it, give you some ideas about it. and it's, for the most part, pretty cookie cutter, but some personal text in here that I really like. I'm just playing the one yellow Digi-Egg, and it's just because I want to have access to yellow at all times. Though I'm only playing one egg, obviously, then I'm not playing any rookies, because I honestly think Salamon is a trap. Like, I don't want to see Salamons in my security, and unfortunately, whenever I am playing Salamon, it just ends up in my security way too much. So that is my take on that. And then next we have the big man himself, Onimon's War Defeat. This is your deck's like big, like heavy hitter. He gets pretty bricky in your hand, unfortunately, but you have to play at least some number of these. This is like just too sacky not to like just play, and he's just really good because he puts a lot of pressure on the field, and this one is even more important in my list. You'll see further later, but I'm also playing for another 7, playing one copy of Older Arm. I am playing a little bit of a yellow package, and I like having a good just answer to like white boards that isn't like Ultra S or Ultimate Flare and stuff like that. It's pretty much like this can get rid of one big threat or two small threats. It's not like barrier gated by like what Ultimate Flare can hit and what Onslaught can hit. I am playing 2 Lucimon, 2 Magnadramon, 1 of Sakuyamon, and then 4 Magna Angemon. This is my yellow package. I've been like sort of hopping back and forth between 1 and 2 Sakuyamon, and then 1 and 3 Magnadramon, and then like 2 and 3 Lucimon. So far, this has been the most consistent number. Just play the Magna Angemon, and then depending on your situation later, you just Digivolve it into one of your Megas, do whatever it's going to do, and then if you have your 1 Volder Arm, it'll just come up. It just feels really good. And Volder Arm is actually kind of a big annoyance for a lot of decks to deal with. It's 14k, and then if they even do get rid of it, you get the 3 memory back, and in this deck you can get a ton of memory, so all it's doing is helping you more. For non-yellow, I'm playing 2 Mechanorimon. This card is ridiculous. This card like almost single-handedly wins certain matchups. At least, if not winning, it puts them on the back foot for a very long time. The Bond decks don't like this. Titamon Rush doesn't like this. And this is like a pseudo draw 1 or draw 2 with the Black Dual Tamer. So, and then we are playing 3 Geogreymon. This card puts in way more work than I gave it credit for. Not just because it's a security Digimon, but it just removes rookies. Like, for the most part, every rookie, minus the 5k ones, are all hit by this. So, like, you can just, like, 1-for-1 your opponent's board, and then just keep pressure on them. And 5k gets over a lot of stuff right now, thanks to the Bond decks and 3 Musketeers having very low DP. And then, as well as I'm playing 2 Cordramon. A lot of lists were playing 3 to 4 copies of this. I think that's a little too much. It's pretty expensive to play, and I'm playing another draw card, so I don't necessarily have to play as many as this. Good card, though. Onto Tamers. This is the reason why I say Zwart Defeat is important in this list even more so, because I'm playing the Time Map package, so that way I can actually get additional security damage in. Unfortunately, Security Control has a really big problem of losing in time if it goes to game 3. So just to give myself a way to win games faster, as well as this punishes your opponent for keeping 1 Mega on the field, which they usually want to try and play around the Black Dual Tamer. So this is a way to sort of counter that counterplay. And on that note, I am playing 2 copies of Izzy and Joe, and then 3 copies of Izzy to round up my Black Tamers. I've been upping them off and on wanting to play 2 or 3 Izzy and 2 or 3 Izzy Joe. They're just really good cards. Like, I like this, I think, a little bit more because the 3 memory every turn is really important, and it lets me play in between memory tamers a lot easier with stuff like Holy Wave, Reinforced Memory Boost, etc. And I get to set up what I draw and recover with this a little bit more. So I think that's more important. And a lot of people just play around this when they know you're playing this deck, so I don't feel like it's as necessary as maybe as it was at the start of the format. Into my options. I'm playing 2 Tactical Retreat. I was playing 4 of this, but it gets kind of bricky, and I really like having this just in certain situations. And then I'm also playing 2 Blade of the True. This is why I'm not playing like a ton of Cordramon. It's another way to draw multiple cards in a turn, but not have to worry about paying 6 memory to do so. And on turn 2, after you played like a Holy Wave or a Reinforced Memory Boost on turn 1, this is draw 3 cards for 2 memory. So I just felt like it was a much better investment. Speaking of Reinforced Memory Boost, we are playing 4 of it. Best card in the deck, this card's stupid. As well as 4 Holy Wave and 4 Wyvern's Breath. Funny story, I was actually playing 3 copies of this tonight, and my very first matchup at Locals was against black blockers, and go figure, when I'm only playing 3 copies, I don't see them at all against Craniumons. So, we fixed that pretty quick. And then 2 Gevalt Schwarmer, 1 Ultimate Flare, and 3 Iron Fist Onslaught. Rounds up my black disruption package. I was playing 4 Iron Fist, but it's too clunky, and a lot of decks can make really awkward boards to where you basically play around this card. So I just feel like it's a little bit more situational than it should be. The 1 Ultimate Flare, it's good against a lot of matchups, but like it's not very good against stuff like 3 Musketeers, and if they just start hard playing good cards, then you can't out them with this. Like, they just hard play champions and 4 cost rookies, then this does nothing. So it's only good for certain situations. It isn't out to a black Dex version of Craniumon when they don't hard play it. And then the 2 Schwarmer. This card, I'm kind of iffy on this card still, but obviously it's good. I mean, it boards wipe everything that's cheap on their board, but it does not activate insecurity, so it can be a real bad hit sometimes. However, like, you can sit on like a Lucamon or a Mega, do whatever it's going to do, and then just swarm away everything else on the board that's, weak. So, like, it takes away some of the momentum on their side while you still keep a really big Digimon on the field. That's why, like, cards like Lucamon and Sakuyamon are really important in this deck, and Defeat as well. But that is my security control deck profile for today, guys. I'm not so sure if this list is going to stay the same. I also have the stuff to play the Beelstar variant, but that list is so cookie cutter, and I hate playing that deck. It's so boring. And I like 3 Musketeers a lot more when it comes to Beelstar, so... but I will probably have some updated deck profile on this sometime in the future, probably one point during EX1, and then as well when we hit EX, or BT7. But I got plenty of more deck profiles on the way for you guys. Before we end the video, go ahead and leave me a comment down the bottom. Just let me know how, like, what your favorite thing about the Digimon TCG is. Mine at this point is it allows me to appreciate a lot of Digimon that I didn't appreciate before knowing the card game, or before playing the Digimon Cyber Sleuth series on the PS4. With that said, I'd really appreciate the like button, and I'll also have a link to my Digimon-based TikTok channel in the description as well. And if you want to see any more deck profiles, feel free to leave a comment saying what decks you want to see, or just stay tuned to the channel and hit the notification button so you keep up with all my comments and videos that come up. With that, thank you for viewing. Bye.